Hey y'all, welcome back to Sidewynders Shed. I'm out here in the shed today, and a few things about this 360 rollercam LA engine that I'm going to be rebuilding. One, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to send it out to the machine shop, so this is going to put this series of videos on this build on hiatus for about another month. Don't worry, I got some other projects and some other content I'll put on here. But one of the other things I wanted to do is there's plenty of YouTube videos out there about the differences between an LA and a Magnum engine. Most of them will show you that the biggest difference is the way they're oiled, the oiling passages, and the heads. The heads are completely different design and everything. And then they'll mention a few other little things. But mostly they'll say there are a few other minor differences. Well, those minor differences, if you're not aware of them, will come back and bite you in the ass, depending on which engine you're trying to build. But the one thing that's missing, and I haven't seen a whole lot on YouTube, is comparison between the rollercam LAs, the old flat tappet LAs, and the Magnums. Believe it or not, these rollercam engines, LA engines, have a lot more in common, parts-wise too, with the Magnums than they do with their earlier LA flat tappet predecessors. Which I'm starting to find out, because one, it's getting kind of hard to find the parts and find the correct parts for this engine. I will show you a couple things here. Bear with me and we'll be right back. Okay, well, right here what I have is a piston and connecting rod out of a Magnum. And let me see if I can get in here, if I can get some light in here to show you. There we go. You can just kind of barely see it. Get the light up there a little bit better. The end of this connecting rod, right down here, is square shaped. Okay, it's got a you can just barely see it down in there. It's got a square knob on it. Okay, let me get over here, because this one was showing up a whole lot better. This is out of the LA, out of the rollercam. And yeah, if you can see that little, I'm sorry about the camera. There you go, right there, right at the very end. See how that is square? The old LAs, that was not there. That was round. That was perfectly round. Here's the other thing I found. Here's the part number, upside down of course, 53005798. That's the part number for this connecting rod on this rollercam LA engine, 1991. And I do believe that this 5.2 liters 318 was a 2014, and here's the number, 53005798. They are the exact same part number. They are the exact same connecting rods. So this engine in particular, 91 360 rollercam, has the Magnum style connecting rods on it. Okay, which not a big deal. All right, to me that's fine. The only time you run into a problem with that is if you want to use those same connecting rods, but want to put a shorter piston on it than what the 360 has. The 360 has the shortest piston out of all the Magnum, or out of all the MOPAR small blocks. Okay, and I know that the 273, 318, 340, and 360 LAs all used the same connecting rods. They were interchangeable. The connecting rods from the Magnums to the LA are slightly different, although to the best of my knowledge, and I will have to double check this, they are interchangeable and they are the same size, I do believe. I'm going to have to check the bearings now. Somewhere I read that the connecting rods between the Magnum and the LA do actually take a different bearing. I will have to double check that. I might be thinking of something else, so don't take my word on that yet. But like I said, I'm finding out that this rollercam LA is sharing a lot more parts with the Magnums, even the part numbers are the same, than they are with the actual LAs. I'm going to have to check on the crankshaft now too, because 360 LAs and 360 Magnums are externally balanced, but they're balanced different. They have different weights. Now, if this rollercam is using the same bottom end as a Magnum, honestly, I just put the wrong harmonic balancer on my pickup truck. It's the wrong weight. I'm going to have to check it, because now this is a 318 piston and it is a true flat top. The 360 piston is dished. Okay, and I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I don't know what the well, yeah, I do know what the 360 Magnums look like. They are dished too, but not as much. It's not fully round like this. It's just more has a center cut out of it. That might be the weight difference. The connecting rods might not make a difference on the weight, therefore might not make a difference for the balancing. It could all be between the pistons and the crankshaft, but that's some further research I'll have to do. Now I'm going to take you outside and I want to show you something on the lifters and the push rods as well. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, what we have here is the old flat tappet hydraulic lifter that came out of a LA engine, and this is the push rod, and as you can see, the push rod is solid. Okay, no oil goes through this. Okay, and it sits like that. This goes to your rocker arms, which rotate and lift and close your lifters, your valves. And flat tappet, this rides right on your camshaft, and it's a metal-to-metal contact. That's why graphite and zinc and everything is so important in these old engines to keep this from wearing out. They also rotate as they're in use. They spin around. That way it doesn't just wear out one spot in the center. But all right, so that's your old style flat tappets for the old LA engines. All right, right here. Now I do have a video that explains this a little bit better. I'm just going through to show you some of the similarities and some of the differences. This is a hydraulic roller lifter, and as you can see, there's a little roller on the bottom. Okay, and it's quite a bit taller. Quite a bit taller than the flat tappet, and therefore that makes the push rod for the Magnums a little bit shorter. Not a big deal. All right, this is a nice setup. It lets the cam and upper end valve train last a lot longer. Okay, and oil comes through here. And if you look, if you can see, if I can get it to show right, this push rod is hollow. Oil goes through here. pumps up through there and lubricates your rockers. This is a set of rockers off of a Magnum engine. They're Chevy style stud type rocker. I'll pull some heads out and show you the difference in the next video. But that's what that's designed to do. Okay. I already went through the oiling system on an LA. Now here is what else I found with this rollercam LA. Here's the hydraulic lifter for that. If you look at it, they're exactly the same. This one has a little ridge here, but that's just a different manufacturer. Alright, just a little different style. It has nothing to do with the way they work. They both are the same lifters. And they're interchangeable. I can put this in a Magnum. I can put this one in my LA. There's no difference. They're exactly the same size. They have the same clearances, the same specs, the same tolerances. They're the same. And this one here also will push oil through the push rod. Okay, and this is the push rod that's out of that 91 LA engine. And it was hard to find, but yes, it was designed. The valves and the rockers get oiled both from the push rod and through the rocker shaft that's on that rollercam LA. So this rollercam LA shares a lot more in common with the Magnum than it does with its predecessor, the older flat tappet LAs. There's a couple of other quote-unquote minor differences that you have got to keep in mind when working on one of these rollercam LA engines, and I will get into that in the next couple videos as well, because if you get the wrong parts, you're going to destroy your engine. And part of it is the cam gear. For a roller cam, it's made different than for the flat tappet cam. And if you put the wrong cam gear in, you're going to tear it up. And I will show you a difference. These roller cam LAs take the same cam gear as the Magnums, which is good in a way because there's still more Magnum parts out there than LA from what I'm finding out. But there are things that nobody tells you and you don't know until it's too late. So anyway, yeah, I'll put out another video here in a little bit and show you the differences. But like I said, the actual build on this engine is going to be put off for a little while because I have to get that engine block to the machine shop. It definitely needs to be bored out. I couldn't do it at home here and get it right. It's just a little bit too much wear on it. And then we'll take it from there. I'm going to have to buy new pistons for it, oversized pistons and oversized rings. The rings are not that expensive. The pistons are. And then I'll make a decision on whether I'm going to get a whole rotating assembly and just put the 4-inch stroker in, or if I'm just going to get new pistons and build it back stock. But decisions, and I have time. I'll make those decisions in the future. Leave a comment. What would you like to see? Would you like to see an idiot like me try and make a stroker? Or are you just interested in watching me put the damn thing back together? Let me know what you'd like to see. And if you have any other information that you'd like to share, go ahead, put it down in the comments. Other than that, I'll bring you back in the next video, and we'll do the same old thing everyone else does. I'll show you the difference in the heads. But as soon as I can dig out find and dig out the parts from the other Magnum, especially that camshaft, and maybe get one from a old LA flat tappet LA, I'll show you some of the differences there. Again, I'm trying to find out about the crankshaft as well, because all of this will, especially on the 360s and 5.9 magnums, all of this makes a difference in the balance because they're externally balanced. Alrighty, y'all take care, and we'll talk about the oil pumps also, because Magnum and LA have 2 different oil pumps, which is something I didn't know and I recently found out. Anyway, y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one.